Senator Marshall.
Yep. Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to start by echoing Ranking Member Burr's comments, concern that for all practical purposes, this committee is going to spend $1 trillion over the next 10 years, and there's been no input from the minority. I was sent here to save Medicare, and I'm afraid what I'm seeing could destroy Medicare, that already Medicare is on its way to a financial crisis. I'm concerned that when we expand Medicare, it's going to dilute it for those senior citizens that we have already. I want to turn now and talk about unemployment and vaccine mandates. As you all know, we had record unemployment through the COVID epidemic, partially mainly because of government shutdown. And Kansas, like many states, just did horrible trying to filter through the unemployment issues. Our office got more calls and complaints about trying to access the unemployment program than any other issue. It dominated our phones and our emails for over a year. Probably the biggest fraud we're going to see from the trillions of dollars we've appropriated for COVID will be unemployment fraud. Kansas is estimated to have $700 million of fraud. I'm going to guess the nationwide it'll be $70 billion. $70 billion that could have went towards hardworking Americans who needed the help. On top of this now, the White House has issued a vaccine mandate, which is going to, so many people are going to lose their jobs and going to go back to unemployment now. My phone again blowing up from small businesses, from big businesses. They're telling me maybe 30 to 50% of their line workers, the blue-collar workers, are not vaccinated. They don't plan on getting vaccinated. This is a personal choice they've made. This vaccine mandate is a slap in the face of so many people that ran to the battle. The nurses, the doctors, the ambulance drivers, our police officers, they developed natural immunity because there was no vaccine. The natural immunity well proven to be better than vaccines, but the CDC and this White House will not acknowledge natural immunity. So you can see that we're on the path to more record numbers of people becoming unemployed because of Joe Biden's vaccine mandate. So my question obviously is for Mr. Rodriguez. You have little, if any, experience dealing with unemployment. How will this experience, and we see unemployment rates spike again here in the next several months due to this vaccine mandate, what is your plan to help Kansas and other states be able to handle the problem better?
Senator, thank you for your question, and thank you for the concern you have for your constituents during very difficult times. The President and the administration are so committed to making sure and reducing the number of unvaccinated Americans, decreasing hospitalization, making sure, and it's primarily because they're trying to protect life, but also because it allows us to make sure schools can remain open.
That's not my question. Yeah, I think, look, I'm in favor of the vaccine. I've been vaccinated. My parents vaccinated. I hope they get the booster shot this week. But there is a group of people, no matter how much you pontificate, no matter how much Dr. Fauci pontificates, it's not going to get the vaccine. There's going to be a spike in unemployment. What are you going to do to help prevent this fraud from reoccurring and help Kansans get their unemployment insurance in a timely fashion?
Absolutely, and as you know, absolutely, the strength of the unemployment system is not where it needs to be still. Prior to the pandemic, we know that there were long-standing challenges.
So what's your solutions? We don't need to describe the problem again. I've described the problem. What are your solutions to the problem?
If confirmed, my goal would be to carefully monitor the 53 unemployment systems and make sure the right people are getting the right benefits on time. It would be to support the administration's ongoing efforts to provide assistance to states. I described a little earlier, particularly with security and identity verification issues, but also to help states streamline their systems. A lot of these systems are outdated. In some states, they were outdated when they came online. We're talking about 1980s technology in some states. And also to enforce the laws regarding unemployment, to make sure that they're fairly administering the programs. I share your commitment to making sure that these systems work. We hope that we don't have another crisis, but the administration has been committed, and you see it in the president's budget proposal, to making sure that the 21st century unemployment system also has mechanisms to automatically ramp up. And currently our systems are not able to do that, but they should be able to. It's an administration's priority. And they've also said that they want to adjust the funding mechanisms to make sure that, that our unemployment systems are more nimble when it comes to staffing and resources, et cetera. So if confirmed, I'd be honored to work with you in making sure that our systems are strong, secure, and accessible.
Thank you. I yield back.